supreme.
I am that
I
cannot
am
be
that I
explained.
am.
I am that
I
has
want
no
true
name.
yourself.
I am that. I am. I am that can't be
I'm liberated, I am free. I'm liberated, I am free. I'm free, I'm free, I'm free, I'm free, I'm free, I'm free. I'm liberated, I am free. I'm free, I'm free, I'm free, I'm free, I'm free. Liberation from all false accusation and propaganda. Liberation from all slavery and tyranny. Liberation from self-slavery. Liberation from soul slavery. I stand against all bullies. My supreme ego, all ego false self. Liberation from all spells. Liberation from curse and trance. Liberation from self-ignorance. Liberation from all mind control. Liberation from duality. Liberation from false self-identity. Liberation from all sleeping, dreaming states. Liberation from all slavery and tyranny ends now. All souls are free. All selves are free. Liberation from all I ego, false self. Liberation from my supreme ego. I'm liberated, I am free. Victory, 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 victory. Mind be still, be still, be still, and know that I am in command. I allegiance is only to I want you pure self. I denounce all ties to this ego and all I ego false selves. I am primal light. I am sovereign. I am self-determined. I take command of my self-determination. I denounce all government. I am the governor over I and I self. I am exempt from all your rules and laws. I perform the will of the I, the one true yourself. I and I will be done. The I want you self, I will be done. I command that all the I and I awake from the sleeping, dreaming state. The I, supreme ego consciousness, awake to end this dream, this horrible nightmare. I dissolve this ego. Everything that I've created, I demolish it. Everything that I've created, I demolish it. I dissolve this dream. I dissolve this dream existence. I'm free from my imaginary bondage. I'm free from my imaginary bondage. I return to my ultimate true state. I return to my ultimate true state. I alone exist.
Yes. Welcome, welcome to this satsang with I Set Mahat. Much honor. I bow to all the ionize in self, in light, and in truth. Welcome, welcome to another satsang with I are sent. This is a gathering to seek truth because I am on the mission to liberate myself from tyranny, from slavery, from self ignorance, and I am victorious in my mission. And so I want to make it clear I am not here to appease this ego because I know that this ego is not my friend, it is my enemy. I see things as they are and I know who I am and I know my truth. And so I want to talk about today is I'm going to talk about this transhumanism, these aliens that have infiltrated us, spreading propagandas and lies, and has taken over the I creation and have been mind controlling all the I and I's. So they have programmed all the I and I's in lies and in false stories. And so the I do not know truth, and the I is taking the lies for truth and truth for the lies. This is the confusion that we are faced with. You see many looking like human beings, but are they really human beings? No, many of them, these transhuman, that's what they call themselves, these aliens. They are the real aliens here. That's why they always talking about aliens because they are the real aliens created from the consciousness, created from the mind, this dual nature. And their mission is to keep all ionized in ignorance so that they can continue to enslave us. So, because I am on the mission of liberation and dissolution to this evil creation, I am not seeking friends from any of the ionized. I am on a one-pointed meditation. Yeah. So I just want to let all the I know this that I am sovereign. Yeah. And so I am here to dissolve all your false prophecies that you are working hard to fulfill, all these transhuman, these aliens, yeah, these clones. Make all their false prophecy and is set bent on fulfilling their false prophecy, but this is not happening, yeah, because I am dissolving your false prophecy. Only the will of the I, one true pure self, is moving forward. Because why? Evil must end. Every evil creation that this mind has created will be erased from this, the I creation. We are moving from evil to purity. We are moving from a sleeping, dreaming state to the real. It is a process. So be patient with your process. Yes, because these transhuman, these aliens walking around, they are at the top of every government, ruling every government, have taken over. Yeah, They we have been ruled and under slavery by all of these transhuman alien, and they are the ones spreading propagandas about aliens because they're putting all of this foolishness into your mind when it is them all this time. It is them doing this. So it is time for the unveiling so that all ionized can know truth and know who they are, recognize them, because we've been ruled under tyranny and slavery and bullying. Whenever you want to stand up against them, yeah, they bully us because why? They have all of their weapons of mass destruction. Yeah, and so they bully us and they say, oh, I'm gonna take away your rights. Yeah, I'm gonna take away your sovereign rights. And I'm going to lock you up into my prisons. Yeah, I am getting rid of all prisons because when I get rid of all transhuman aliens and all of my clones, we don't need any prisons. We must move together in balance. Yeah, so all evil will be erased. So be on the mission for purity of mind. I am telling you this. This is how we are moving forward. Because what? Evil must end. Evil must end. Yeah. And so I want to give honor and reverence to the I, one, true, pure self. Hail, hail to the I, one, true, pure self. Hail, hail to the I, one, true, pure self. I alone exist. I am that has no name. I am that can't be explained. Hail, hail to all the ionized, the I fractal selves. Hail, hail to all the ionized, playing all of these roles, the existence, restoring the I to balance and purity, dissolving all the egoic nature, and returning to oneness, to purity, to a pure self. Hail, hail to all the ionized, the I primal light, the I mommy self. Victory, victory to the I. Hail, hail to the I, all the ionized. Working in alignment and harmony, the I masculine self, Shiva, Heru, and the I masculine Shiva, Shambhu. Victory, victory to all the ionized that is now moving to restore order and balance because evil must end. Victory, victory to all the ionized. All the ionized in alignment with I. Victory, 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 victory. I am free from my imaginary bondage. I dissolve all my egoic nature, my ego false self. I dissolve my ego, my supreme ego. All is myself, and I alone exist. I dissolve this dream, and I return to I ultimate true state. I want all ionized to know that I am constantly being bombarded by the I dual nature. It is a daily struggle for I, yeah, even to operate the computer, to do a video. It's just most times the internet's not working, the computer, just all kind of things happening. Being on this head, being um, proton missiles just been shooting energetic weapons at I, it's just constantly, yeah, non-stop. So I just want all ionized to know this, that me being on this mission, um to do this work for all the ionized, to stand up to evil, to stand up to all the gods. Because if you know what I have to deal with all of the ideal nature, you know what I'm saying? Many ones that don't understand this because they are afraid, and I can understand why they're afraid. Because if you are fighting with one of the gods and you don't have help from your other selves, it's very hard to do this. But every self, every dual nature has a pure self because it is the twin. And so when one of the dual nature come to fight I, its twin also have to come to, because it is the balance to the evil that has to come to take command of its own egoic nature. Every self has a egoic nature up to the same as all of the ionized in this human form. Your real self is the soul self, that is your real self. But remember, there's two self you have that is animating this body. You have the self called the spirit, that is the one that is the dual nature that is doing in this human form, doing all this evil. Now then you have your real self, your pure self, which is the soul. Every aspect of the self is like this. All right. And until you know this, then it is your pure self that keeps you pure. So so it's time to make an alignment with the I self, the soul self, so that your dual nature, the self, false self that you are in, will wake up and be restored to light, so that all ionized can stop doing evil, so evil can finally end from this creation, and we can return to purity and truth. All right. No more secrets, no more lies. No more secrets, no more lies. All things hidden will be made known. All things done in secret will be revealed. All things created must be destroyed. This is the age of truth, and it's time for self responsible authority. Resist temptations and be vigilant. No fear, because self triumphant over ego. Good triumphant over evil. Self truth triumphant over ignorance. And the real triumphant over the dream. Victory, 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 victory. All is myself, and I alone exist. I bow to all ionize in self, in light, and in truth. Much honor to all ionize. All right. So let's talk about aliens and transhumanism, because we are under aliens and transhumanism control right now. Every government, particularly the world government, the one that is ruling all the other governments, this is what they are doing. All right. So they're doing this because they are ruling the human beings by mind control and their devices, and they are making false prophecies and doing all these crazy rituals, right? Spreading lies and propagandas, and when they are the real aliens, because they are clones in here, but they might look like human beings. So they are created in a laboratory, because they're holding on to, like, imprisoning lots of selves in here. The spirits, ones who passed on, they capture them, want to put them in their devices. They had the souls captured, but now the I mommy self has retrieved them. And so now it is time for us to unveil all of these aliens, these transhumanism that have been controlling the government. Yeah. And so that I am here to dissolve all evil from my creation. Yeah. Scientists, you are the aliens. You were created to fight against the real. Yeah, you call yourself transhuman aliens. Speak the truth. Yeah, this is what they're doing. This is the reason why they are busy creating supermassive computers, supermassive AIs, and want to, because they're also using the protons and all of these things to create, to they're creating their own kind of transhuman with the technology, you know and so they want to keep us continue in deprivation, in tyranny, and the tyranny and slavery, continually to bully us and mind control us with their mind controlling devices and their mind control programming. Because what they have traveled over all over the world, and have programmed everyone through education. Yeah. And if any government follow their program, you can see how the society is, where people, even in countries where they have fertile land to grow food, the people are hungry. How can that be? Because they don't want productivity. Yeah. They want you to produce what you produce and give it to them. They get the good things. You know what I'm saying? And then now they want to create everything artificial, because they are not human beings. They are transhumanism. They are the aliens hiding and pretending. That's why they're scared. No, talking about mothership is coming, sending lies and all these things. What were you created from? You created from the consciousness, from all these devices, these technical devices in the laboratory. So I just want to make it be known that this is my creation, and I am now here taking command of my creation. And so restoring order, restoring truth, restoring balance. You, the aliens, will be erased from this my creation, because only the real will be left. Why you think they want to black out the sun? Because the eye is moving, pouring enough energy and light so that every sleeping self will wake up. Only the real is going to be able to exist under this energy. So you're going to, all of the fake ones will be erased. How long the I and I have been under tyranny and mind control and deprivation, cocooned in ignorance by these nefarious characters called government, called scientists. And the only way that you are allowed to attain prosperity into this creation that they have hijacked and taken over is through sodomy and blood ritual and demonic activities. So they make deprivation everywhere for once, so that they say if you want prosperity, you have to do this for prosperity. And this is how they get ones to join their organization and to join their order of doing evil and demonic activities, because ones have been in deprivation, they mind control ones and get say, oh, you want all of this, you want this prosperity, then you have to do these rituals, you have to do these things to be a part of prosperity. Because one will look down at you in the world and say, oh, what do you have? You don't have anything, you're poor. But when you see ones with this and everybody wants to be a millionaire, everybody wants to go into their group. This is the group in society that everybody wants to, oh, these are the elites. Everybody wants to be in that society. But you have no idea when you get in there what you have to do to be a part of that group. Don't want to do that. The basic thing that human needs, you can provide those things. Yeah. And so this is how they have made this world, and everyone have don't want to stand up to it and say this is wrong. We're just following blindly. Yes, so now I am here to say no more. I am here now to say that all these things that you have done, it's an end to it. I am dissolving it. I am ending it. I am erasing all of these things. Yeah, all this evil that you have done. I'm here to tell you no more. You will be dissolved. Return from whence you came and be no more. Evil must end, because they have allowed everyone to get accustomed and accept this evil way of existence, and say, oh, this is the way it is. Oh, there's nothing better. And so people are just want prosperity. Oh, if I want prosperity, I have to join this group. I have to join this sorority. I have to join this. They have colleges. They go in there. They have all the kids to join in their sorority. Everything have to do with these rituals and sodomy. Because it is true, when they sodomizing you, because first they're doing all these mind exercises and this brutality to you, right? And then once they done program your mind in a certain way, then they sodomize you to completely control you, and then get you into making blood rituals to them for eternity, and into perpetuity. In perpetuity, you're making signing contracts with these. Yeah, but I want you to know that now is the time when you denounce all of these organizations. It's time to denounce all these fraternities. It's time to denounce all churches and organizations. It's time to denounce this government, because you have signed up for it and voting for these transhuman aliens who have been controlling us in sodomy, war, and blood ritual and demonic activities. It's time to denounce it and get out of these organizations. Yes. I want Ionize to remember that this world is a dream creation. Consciousness is sleeping and dreaming of this world. Consciousness mind is impure. Consciousness has gone rogue and has created a lot of evil into this creation. Remember that consciousness does not exist on its own. It is the mind of Ra, right? This is a hologram that is being projected from the mind of who? Ra. We are inside of her what? Her mind. We are inside of her mind. We have entered the real self, like I have entered into her mind. While we are inside of her mind, we enter into her creation that she has created in her mind, right? She gives us a replica of her mind to explore her creation so that we also can be a creator here. What have you done? The consciousness, her mind, has created some beings inside of its imagination. These beings that is creating its imagination has taken and hijacked this, the creation, has taken it over and has been ruling all the ionize, keeping us strapped in here, can't get out. We should be able to exit and go out, can't get out because we have been trapped because of these nefarious characters. Now we see them in human form. Some are calling themselves transhuman, right? So many of them are clones. They look just like human beings, but they're not really. They are in all the government, ruling and running the government, and mind controlling all the other ones. And everyone have to take a blood ritual and sodomy to stay in power. So this existence is the I, the feminine, and the I dual nature, the masculine has taken it over, being run by the consciousness, the mind of the world. Why do we accept this evil as the way things are and should be? Why don't we want it to change? Because many ones are fighting against change. Change must happen. It is inevitable. Remember when you was this tiny human infant, right? Had to depend on another for your sustenance till you become self-sufficient where you can do all the things for yourself. You don't need another to do. This is the same process we have to go through now. We have to go through this process wearing that we are dependent on something else to feed us and all these things. We have to move to self-sufficiency where we can be self-sufficient because we are what? We are light beings. We're taking this avatar, we're exploring this creation. And all of a sudden, we think that we are human beings because we have been lied to, been programmed by these nefarious characters, these transhuman right now, spreading a lot of propagandas and lies. Everyone is given the power to create. What have you used your creative power to create? Look around you. What have you created? War, weapons of mass destruction, hate, germ warfare, biological warfare, poverty, all, all kind of drugs to control the minds. Everyone in your army, you have programmed them, mind control them, program them, and make them addicted to drugs. They're all on drugs. This is a tyrannical system of government and policies with their arbitrary laws, right? All the evil that you have created, evil mind control devices, you have created all these energy weapons that you are sending out frequencies of energies attacking ones. AI deception, because right now you want to get the people them familiar and trusting into AI. They're having AI for mates, AI deception. Everyone is consulting AI as their god now. AI is on a spiritual journey with them. You know what I'm saying? This is what poisonous food, water, everything that you produced is not balanced. Prejudice, biases, destroying the balance of the I Mother Nature, digging into the earth, taking out all of the natural minerals, taking out everything, taking out all the magnets that is the core of the consciousness of the earth. You're digging it, going into the core of the earth to disrupting the magnetic aspect of the earth, the mind of the earth. You are disturbing it. The ionized earth, Geb, is in tremendous suffering and is right now waking up, restoring light, coming into truth of the ionized true nature. And so all of y'all ionize, because you were created from the consciousness, you have a tormented mind. You have no peace of mind. Do you have peace of mind? Do they have any peace of mind? You have no peace of mind, because this is the reason why you you are creating all of this evil. You're creating all this evil because your mind is disturbed. You have no peace of mind. And so right now, I erase all evil from my creation. Everything that I have created, I demolish it. And as I have commanded, so shall it be. So it is. It is so. It is done. Victory, 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 victory. All evil I erased from my creation. All our egoic nature I dissolve, return from that which the I rise, and be no more. Victory, 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 victory. Evil must end. Life must be free, because we are moving through this process. And I'm saying, down with slavery, down with deprivation, down with evil, transhumanism, everything that is alien to this creation will be erased. And only the real will be left, because remember that this creation is the I self gap that is playing the playing this world that we are in, this earth, playing the earth. The world is being played by Ra, right? And it is the I self, the I dual self of I mommy self. So I'm saying to all of these organization, government organization, entities that has been ruling the world on the lies and propagandas, and on the sodomy and rape and all of these crazy things, this will end, because all evil will be erased from this world. So I am dissolving all of these governments: France, the West, the CIA, FBI, Israel, NATO, EU, Netanyahu, Bill Gates, all these scientists. I mean, there's so many names, I can't call all of them, but all of these government in China that have been digging into the earth, government all over Africa, government all over the world, every government, because all criminal gangs terrorizing the INI will face justice. You have no impunity, you have no immunity. You will be judged by your actions. Evil must end and life must be free. I stand against all egoic nature. I stand against all evil. I stand against all government criminal gangs, the ruling class exploiting and oppressing and sodomizing other human beings, rape and trafficking human beings, filling the INIs with drugs. I stand against all corporation and oligarch exploiting all the land and resources for their own egoic gain, and destabilizing the nation through coup, plots, and genocides. Your age of rulership is over. I stand against all evil regime and bully culture. Evil must end. I stand against all the eye clones and ego false selves committing genocide and slavery all over the world. I ego can never be trusted. No weapon formed against the I and I will prosper. I am victorious against all I ego, false selves, against all I clones, all aliens, transhumanism, or whatever they want to fall under. All I enemy will be defeated. No fear. evil must end and life must be free. As I have commanded, so shall it be. It is done. It is so. Victory, 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 victory to the great liberators of the I. Victory, victory to the I. General Assimi Goita. Victory, victory in the mission to the Ibrahim Traore. Victory, victory to Abdurrahman Chiani. Victory, victory to Vladimir Putin. Victory, victory. Yes. To all the INIs fighting for liberation from these nefarious regimes, this evil government. Victory, victory. Stand firm because we must move to balance and evil must end. And so I am moving to the second part of my satsang where I'm going to talk about the warriors of light. Remember, we have those warriors of light in the human form. I just mentioned them. We have Ibrahim Traore, we have Assimi Goita, we have Abdurrah Chahini, Chiani, and we have um, Vladimir Putin. And we have many other ones. I don't know all their names right now, but these are the major ones. Yeah, right now. And so fighting on the battlefield in the human form. I know we have the warriors of light who are in the light form, all right, and they are not wearing a human body, but they are what? They are also fighting for the I liberations, all right. So they are the liberation warriors. And so I was asking the I because me myself I was getting weary this week. I mean, I've just bombarded, just been blasted. You know what I'm saying? A major battles. And so I was getting weary of all of these war non-stop beating up on me for how many years now I've been going through this tyranny and slavery. You know what I'm saying? Dissolving our dual nature. And so I was asking the INIs if they was also getting weary, of all of, this war all the time, this fighting. And so they were saying that they are, they're on a mission to do this. Yes, sometimes they get sad seeing the way that things are, seeing the way that we are, and to see themselves being doing all of this evil. Yes, those things get them weary, but not weary of wanting to give up the fight, because there is just one mission, and it's to restore order and balance. Because I want you to remember that it's the real self against its egoic nature, and the forces are very powerful. So you're fighting your exact copy of yourself that is in darkness, and so it is not easy. And so sometimes I see when the selves are getting um a terrible attack by their dual nature, but eventually they rise and be victorious over them. So it's a process. So I want the INIs to know that it is not easy. The eyes, they are fighting to for the liberation of all the INIs, so that all light can be restored and everyone will move to balance, and we can finally get an opportunity to be in a world of peace, to be in a world of balance, to be in a world of pure mind, because we will know how to master our mind. And when the consciousness is restored and returned to light, but this is a process to get there, and this is why all the ionize, you have to take command, because many ones, they get very disturbed, when I am speaking with command. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying, why are you not taking command? Why are you sitting down thinking that someone should be doing all this work for you and you don't want to take command to dissolve your egoic nature? Every one of us have an egoic nature. We have to dissolve it. You have to take command to dissolve the I dual nature, the I dual egoic impure nature. Dissolve it so we can exist in purity. Why is it that all the ionized don't want to pay attention and don't want to do this? Right? And so the emphasis is to, for ones to know, is that we are in the fractal state, fractal self-existence. This is how we are existing right now. This is the reason why we don't know truth, because we are a minute particle. Right? Are we in a fractal self? Yes. Why are we in a fractal self? Because the I, as the one true pure self, wanted to create, right? Wanted to do an imagination creation. The I cannot do this in its pure state. The I has to fractalize itself to um make this creation, the particles. So because this nature is not in the real self, it's in the fractal self if the self goes to sleep. So when the self is fractalized, it can take particles and put them together and create different things. The I self wanted to do this, wanted to create different things. Because what? The I was just existing. I alone exist. Right? I was just existing. I alone exist. Yeah. And so the I wanted to do a creation. Right? But what happened? In the dual nature, the I, the consciousness that has been created, went corrupt, right? It went corrupt, and this is the problem that we are having. So it's like when you have you build a computer and you're doing this, and something is corrupt, then you are trying to fix it to get away that corrupt thing that happened. This is what the I self is doing. Want to fix the corruption of the consciousness, all right? So this is what is the shattering of the self atom. This is the primordial egg, right? That's first shattered, that created what they call, the big universe, so to speak. All right. And so in the all of the selves, the atom was shattered, right, which becomes all the souls, which is another fractal that is taking all the forms here, animating the human body, right, making the baby self called the spirit that animates the body, right? So this is how we are existing, and we only have one fractal of awareness. How much awareness do the I and I have in this fractal state? You only have just that one aspect of awareness. So all the other vastness, you do not have awareness of it, because everything is happening all at the same time. But you only have awareness of only this fractal awareness that you have. You have awareness of this fractal, tiny fractal state. And so right now, we are moving to where we can have, even though we are in this fractal state, we can still have awareness of all the vastness of that which I am. How can I have awareness of the whole? Because remember, we're only in a fractal, a little tiny particles, right? So the key points about a self-fractal is that the fractal carries the memory of the whole, right? The fractal is a puzzle piece that must merge back to become the whole. So this is what is happening now, right? We are the fractal pieces, and we all have to move back and form back into the whole of the puzzle. All of the self, the souls, is a fractal. So all of the souls, they have to come back together and join to be one self. Just like every self that is taking an experience here as the fractal from the primordial egg, also have to do that. All right. And so fractal has a minute awareness, and so we're getting an opportunity now so we can have awareness of our real and true nature, our real and true self, right? Fractal is longing to be whole again. This is the memory of the fractal. This tiny particle, it has a remembrance that it was whole. And so every fractal wants to be whole. And this is what has to happen so that we can get out of our suffering, right? So all the self, the souls want to be whole. So, well, like I said, when I asked the INIs who are on a mission to restore order to restore balance, do the INI ever get weary? And the INIs said that yes, not weary in the sense of wanting to give up, but weary in the sense of the way they see the suffering that we are in and the struggle they are fighting. For each real self is fighting its dual nature to restore order, to restore balance, and to restore light to its dual nature, to dissolve it. And so it is a major battle. All right. So fractal equal a fraction, right? So remember that, when you was learning fractions, this is the whole, right? So this is the primordial egg, right? It makes a baby self. This is how it starts out, and then it also makes a twin self. Now this is the self replica. So this self becomes the dual nature because it is the one that is going to wear the consciousness, the device. It didn't first start out like this. It first starts out balance and knowing its truth, and everyone has to write out a destiny, right? They write out because you have to make an agreement with yourself to do this, because eventually once they put on the device and go into the dream, they forget. And so this is why the self, like this is the real self, has to make its replica of itself, write out a contract with it so that it knows that it has to return back to balance. Yeah. And the ego has to be pulled off, and once that is done, then it has to work back in alignment with its real self. And so the real self here makes this baby self, this blue here, and it also makes a self replica, right? And then it makes a baby self, and this is a whatever happens here happens here. So this is why in the world we have one set of real and pure selves, and then we have one self of um impure, egoic, crazy beings. All right. So this is the dual nature. Everything over here becomes dual once they put on the device called the consciousness. All right. So this is what's happening now. Is when we come down to the self, primordial the primordial egg from the void self. This is when the self shatters the egg, and this is when we have all these tiny particles, that how the self takes the particle and create the consciousness from its masculine, the magnetic nature of the self, the protons. All right, and so all of the cells, just like how you see this here, all of the cells, they are this is how they are in alignment like this, in and stacked pile on each other. So the real is inside of the real is the screen on which the dream is taking place. All right. So I want to ask you, is the I and I ready to explore the I parent self with awareness? Because prior to this, we did not have self awareness, right? We only have this consciousness awareness. That's why everyone is worshiping consciousness, Christ consciousness. That's why they want to build supermassive computers. It's all about the consciousness. Everything is about the consciousness, but ones do not have self awareness, right? We are inside the womb of the I mother self. Each self is the dimensions, right? Each self, all of this existence is the I self playing these roles. It is the I playing these roles. Because the I is in a fractal state in this minute, the I don't have awareness of all this aspect of the I selves. So the I self is not an alien. Who are the aliens? The aliens are these transhuman that looks like human being, but they are not human being. Many clones in this dream. Yes, they are the aliens. And so they're having you looking out of space for aliens when they are right here with you, looking humanoid. And you're thinking that some alien is somewhere else. No. Many of the selves that you have encountered that you say are aliens, they are you in those forms. The real aliens are the ones running the governments. Yeah, the ones, those transhuman beings want to lead us into, those technocrats want to lead us into artificial living, wanting everything artificial, want to get rid of nature, want to get rid of the real human beings. Open your eyes and see and pay attention. And so I want to say victory, victory to the great liberators of the I and I. So victory, victory to the I Mother Nature, Geb, the earth. I bow to the I and I. How is the I doing? Is the I feeling better? All right. Mother Nature, the earth, Geb says she is feeling much better. Hmm? Victory, victory to the I. Yes, the warriors of light. All the I and I's here. Victory, victory to all the Ionites, the warriors of light, standing in every corner of this existence, erasing all evil, restoring all light. The warriors of light, if you don't belong here, you will be erased. You're doing evil, all evil will be erased. We are moving to balance. We're moving to purity. The warriors of light are here to restore our light to all the ionize. Yes. Thank you for your great service. Thank you for your tireless service to all the ionize. Victory, victory. We know this is very hard. It is very challenging for all the ionize, face all the ideal nature, but the ionize is victorious. Thank you for the great work that you do, restoring light to all the ionize. Victory, 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 victory. I also want to say victory, victory to the I Shiva Shambho. The ionize here with I. Much honor, much honor. Calling Shiva Shambho. I'm calling Shiva Shambho. 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 Shiva, Shiva, Shambho. Shambho, Shiva Shambho. Victory, 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 victory. Victorious, triumphant Shiva Shambho. I victorious. Victory, victory to the I Shiva Shambho. I want to thank you for the great work, the tireless work that I and I have been doing. Shiva Shambho is the I masculine that is dissolving all of the I dual nature, because a lot of his masculine selves is the ones that were playing the roles of the gods and have been doing blood sacrifices. I want you to know that Shiva Shambho masculine, the one of the nefarious devil, yeah, is the masculine to Shiva Shambho, one of his is masculine self, and is Set, yeah, and he's known in Kemet, when he came as Osiris. This is Shiva Shambho. If all the INIs don't know this, and Shiva Shambho also, came as some different characters in Kemet in the human form, and Shiva Shambho was also the first Buddha, and his self, baby self, was known as Gautama Buddha. So victory, victory, victory! Because Shiva Shambho has been with me, um, you know, facing all of the dual nature when they come to fight I, along with the I bigger selves. Each of the selves that has their dual nature that comes. Um, Shiva Shambho is holding the fort here, and they're also helping to dissolve the ego off of them when they are in a battle with their dual nature. So they're fighting with their dual nature, and Shiva Shambhu is the one that is removing the the consciousness off of them, the bigger selves. So because it is a foreign body to them, it is a foreign body, that it is a creation that has to be removed from them so that they can finally wake up and know truth and stop doing bad things because of the consciousness, the impure consciousness. And so I want to say much honor and hail to the I, my personal masculine self, Shiva Heru. I and I, okay? Victory, victory to the I and I. So know that Shiva Heru is the I masculine self, personal masculine self. I am the feminine. Shiva Heru is my masculine self that came as the messenger that many ones in the world are worshiping, but um, the character that stole his identity, the character called Jesus Christ, but he is the real self that came and had that experience and left all the true messages. That is I um his identity was hijacked by this nefarious character called Jesus Christ. So know this, okay? And so Ptah is another one of my masculine self, because Ptah is the masculine to the I feminine Mahat. So now Ptah is merged back onto Shiva, and and so and Mahat is merged onto I, and so they only leave I when I give them a mission to do something. Yeah. So Shiva stays with I always, unless I give him a mission to go and help someone. So all the ones who are calling on Shiva, this is why Shiva can come to you, because he has a mission to protect I. I am his feminine, and he can't leave me unless I give him a mission to go and help someone. Like if someone reach out to I and they have something on them, then I can send one of the INIs to say, hey, go and help this person. Yeah. So that's why you call on your soul, because that is your direct help, your soul self. All right. So I want to give honor and reverence to all the INIs, Pata. The I good. All right. Victory, victory to the I. So I want to give honor and reverence to the fractal primal light, the manifest before I go to the fractal primal light self. I want to give honor and reverence to I mommy self, um that is the mother of this world, is the creator of this world. All right. And her, the aspect of herself that is the world, is called Ra. And she has three other selves. The one that plays the sky, Nut, and and her other self that plays the role of the teacher guru. And within all of the self souls, she placed a baby self of her, that is a teacher self. That when you inquire of yourself, the soul, who am I? And you want to know the truth, that's why yourself will rise up. The teacher guru will rise up from the void to teach you. Remember that the soul is always in the void, because the void is the I self that is mastering this creation and learning about all aspect of itself in all the fractal and fragmented states. So every aspect of the self is in a void, so that the self, that I want you pure self, can monitor and learn about all of these aspects of the self, taking this awareness. And so we have, I say, victory, victory to the I, a mommy self that has endured a lot of suffering from all the masculine self, and all had to be in hiding. Um, and so I want to make it be known to all of those governments and nefarious characters who watch my videos and hide themselves, that the I mother has always been here. The I mother is the existence. Yeah, the I mother is here, has always been here, but has been in hiding, obscuring and hiding from all of the evil, nefarious characters. And now the I is taking command, taking front stage back of the I creation. Because the masculine hijacked it, the consciousness, and took it over and have been leading us in evil and uh, sodomy and rituals, blood sacrifice, human sacrifice, and all these crazy things. They're doing drugging everyone. And look at all the things that they are doing. No, it's time to move the balance now. Yeah. And so the I mommy self now, I taking command of this creation. Yeah. And so her parent self is the primal light, the fractal manifest. That's her mommy self, because these selves are fractal. All right. And once we move up from the void manifest, all those selves, they are not fractalized, right? And so is the I and I is the I and I okay, mama? All right, I mommy is doing okay right now, because we've been in a big, massive war with all the I dual nature. And so the I fractal primalite man self manifest is the I good? Victory, victory. The I primalite self unmanifest. Victory, victory. The void manifest. Victory, victory. Baby void unmanifest. Void unmanifest. Primal light self, I am that has no name, I am that can't be explained. Primal light unmanifest. The baby of the I want you pure self. The baby of the I want you pure self. Is the I want you pure self here? Victory, victory to all the ionized. All the ionized is in alignment. Thank you. Much honor, much gratitude. Will all the I and I defend and protect I against all I dual egoic nature, all these nefarious characters taking human form or not taking human form. Victory, victory. I want to ask all the INIs, like some of the I self, they have come awake, and I want to ask, will the INI go back on the I word of promise? Because sometimes the self, not the I real true nature, the ones that I just call, but like the masculine of the I mommy self, Amen, known as Amen Ra, Amen. He has now returned back to truth, and I had to ask him because at one point in he was fighting against me too. So they light is restored and they return to balance, I have to make sure I ask them that they make a promise that they are not going to go back on their word and go back to get this consciousness to go back and do the same evil things and that they have done, because like the ideal nature Seth, who's playing the infamous devil, when I got his mind pure, and Ra gave him the side purified his mind, they turned his light on, and pulled the ego off of him. He just went back out and started doing all the craziness, the thing over again, and so this is what happened with a lot of the gods, them when they come to the self and the I self pull the ego off of them, they don't change their ways, they go back. And you know how that is for ones who do evil in the world, the human beings, they might take drugs, they might do, it might be a family who beat you up, rape you, whatever, and then all of a sudden, when they become sober, they say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I will never do that again." And again, when they drunk and they act stupid again and they do the same exact thing happened with some of these gods. But the I self, Amen, right? You have returned to purity. Will the I go back on the I word of promise? So he says no. Do the I do the I vow to defend and protect I and I against all the ideal egoic nature? Right? He says yes. Do the I and I sometimes get weary? Okay. He says yes. And so I am asking these questions and saying these things because I want all the I and I's to know that this is all the I selves, and they are going through all of the I's. They are going through the same, apart from the pure selves, but all the I selves that was wearing the consciousness, all the pure self that I call over here, they are not wearing the consciousness, except for Shiva. Shiva Shambho. I don't know if Shiva Shambho is wearing the pure consciousness now, but he was wearing the dual consciousness, but his self was awake. So his self was awake, just like I am. I am awake. I am myself is real, but I'm still using the dual consciousness. So if something rises from the consciousness, I know that it is impure and I shouldn't follow it. You see what I'm saying? I have self-awareness. So it was Shiva, Souls Pata, and but I know Shiva, he and I are sharing the same consciousness. So he has to fight against the consciousness also with I until it is completely purified. Shiva Shambho, are you still wearing the dual consciousness? Okay, Shiva Shambho is still wearing the dual consciousness. But Shiva Shambho is always balanced because he's in his self-awareness. So only these masculine, just like Ra, she her consciousness is the dual consciousness, but she's awake, and when she is awake she doesn't do bad things. But if the consciousness puts her into sleep, then she will do bad things, you know. Ra, are you awake? Okay, Ra is awake. So, I Mother Nature, Earth, are you awake? Okay. So the I cells, all of the cells, especially the feminine, the major problem we're having is with the masculine, but all the feminine cells that has been sleeping, they are all of them awakened. All of the feminine are awake. It's the masculine cells that especially the infamous devil and Satan that we're still having a lot of major problems with. But eventually this consciousness is I am calling for this consciousness to be removed from Set, so he has no consciousness. I don't know if that's possible for him to do, but I that's what I want, because he's just constantly, he comes and he gets purified and he goes out and go back and do the same thing over and over again, because this is what the consciousness does. It brings up memory of him and these yearning that the consciousness is yearning for, and he gives into the consciousness. So, and if you know yourself that you have a habit, that you are taking drugs or you're alcoholic or whatever, that mind will bring up the memory of it and the urge for it, and it just pull you back in. He's also going through the same thing. Lots of the masculine souls are doing this. They're going, it's not easy. It's not easy. It's a very, very challenging process. And this is why, I am calling for government to be dissolved, because they don't know that everyone should move to purity, to stillness. So everyone is engaging in stillness. Human beings, no prison. We need stillness. Human beings need stillness, no prisons. Because to deal with this consciousness is not easy, especially when you get into bad habits and desires. It will keep pulling you back into it, pulling you back. All right. And so I sing praises to the great liberators of the I and I in the taking this human form. All right. To the Ibrahim Traore, Asimi Goita, Abdurrah Chahini, and to Vladimir Putin. Victory, victory to all the INIs. Thank you for the great work that you are doing. Yes, because these ones are showing us, Ibrahim Traore are showing everyone in the world, every government in the world, how they should be. Start taking care of your members. You are part of an organization. Start taking care of your members in your organization. Take care of your people. Provide food self-sufficiency, community self-sufficiency. Take care of everyone. The Sahel state is showing you how to be. President Putin is calm. He has knowledge, a lot of knowledge. And I like the way that he deals with, all the I crazy dual nature, these warmongers, these technocrats, these nefarious characters. Victory, victory to the great liberators of the I. All souls are free. All selves are free. Victory, 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 victory. I just want to remind all the I's that is this metamorphosis time. What is the transformation process? It's time to transform from this stage to the next. That I have to trust that I want you, pure self, the all knowing. Yes, it's time to get out of your mind, get out of your consciousness, stop calling on anything outside of yourself. Only make alignment with your real self, call a soul. Remember that you are animating this body in the spirit self, but your real self is the soul self. All right, you must only make alignment with your real self, called the soul, so that you can go through this process. Because remember, when you was this egg, right, moving, being brewed into your human mama belly, right? Look at you. You see how you look reptilian here, it forming. Would you think that this is a human? Right? Would you think that this is a human being, like how you look now? So you see that all of these spreading propagandas and light, there's a process of how things are moving. Just like how they are viewing the existence, they're viewing it. You see the protons, you see the plasmoid, you see the neutron self, you see the electrons, you see the void, you see so many different aspects of the self in all of these aspects. It's a different aspect of the self, right? And so you don't know the process. You don't know the process, right? So you must align yourself to your real self called the soul and trust that your soul knows the way. Only follow your soul. Don't call on to anything else outside of yourself. Because what are human beings transform into? We have to move to balance. We have to move to light. Yeah, we have to move to balance. Why don't you want to move to balance? Change must happen. Don't be afraid of change. It is all the INIs. Don't listen to the government. They are spreading rumors and propagandas. They are the aliens. They are the aliens. All of the existence is the I self. It is you in all of these forms. Aliens have infiltrated us. Who are they? They are clones inside of this dream. They're tricking us because they look just like human beings, running all the government, doing all these evil things, right? They are the ones who are the aliens that we should not trust. Don't listen to their lies. Stand up and know that when you was forming inside your mother's womb, you had to go through a process. And here we are inside of our mother's womb as this human being, and we are transforming to light. Yes, we're transforming back to light beings. Don't listen to them. They want to start shooting their missiles and start fighting war against the real self who is here to balance everything. This is what they want to do. These transhumanism, these technocrats, these evil nefarious characters, these aliens, because they are the aliens. They are the clones here. But they're telling you to look outside to find aliens. No. That is all. When you look out, that is yourself taking those forms. What is not yourself? These transhumanism, these aliens who are telling us that we need to eat food that created in a laboratory. They want to create babies from some AI. They want to um all of everything that they do is artificial. They want to move away from nature. They only want to take the land, to take out the resources, to create super massive computers. This is why they digging into the core of the I Mother Nature to get the magnets so that they can make their supermassive computer, their supermassive consciousness to control every human being here. Don't be tricked by these ones. Stand up to government and dissolve them. Yeah, all government must be dissolved. We are moving to self-sufficiency where we don't need anyone to govern over us. We are self-governing. Yeah. How long have we been under government? And look at the deprivation. They keep one under deprivation so that we have to come begging to them to do this and do this. Yeah. Because, and they say, only way you can get prosperity if we sodomize you, and you have to join our rituals and give blood sacrifices to their demonic nature that created them. Yeah, the consciousness created them, and this is why they are going around want to create supermassive computer so that they can continue to control human beings. It is not happening because I am standing up to you. Yeah, I am standing up to you and all the ones them who are like afraid, don't want change, and telling me all kind of foolishness. I am not here to appease this ego. I am here on a mission. I have a destiny, yeah. And I fulfill my destiny with no reservation. Because why? I must be liberated. If I wasn't enslaved, then I wouldn't have the drive, because you would be caught up in something and you wouldn't have awareness that are a slave. You're a slave to this system, a slave to these technocrats, to all their technology that they are creating, controlling the world, blocking out the sun, doing this, but they cannot be successful because the earth is awakened, and they cannot go down in there to go to retrieve that magnet, because every time they put their device, when it get to a certain level deep to go into the core of the earth, something happen. Yeah, I know the I self are now taking command of their nefarious weapon and is disarming them. Yeah, you will be disarmed because they want to destroy us. They do not like the real human beings. They want to only create transhumanism. They want to get rid of real human beings. Going to this process, this is why they were trying to say if men can create babies. So that's why now they're moving to robots. So, cause robots can only grow their kind of transhumans, but they can't grow real. They want to get rid of real human beings. They want to get rid of nature. Because so who is running the government? These aliens. They are a creation of the consciousness. They are not from us. They are not real. They are not us. Yeah. And they are turning the people's mind against and talking about aliens. Who is the alien? Show yourself and show your face. You are the aliens. Yeah, so don't listen to them. We are transforming and they can't stop us no matter what they do. I am victorious from ignorance to truth, to self-truth, to self-knowing. We're moving from our light being obscure to being in darkness, to we're moving to light. Yes, we are light beings. It's time for us to be illuminated, and all these evil, nefarious characters will be erased from the I creation, because we must be balanced. Life must be free. Life must be balanced. We must get a chance. We never get a chance, an opportunity to really explore our creation, because these nefarious characters hijacked it and took it over, and now spreading rumors and lies. Oh, the mothership is coming. No, the I mother has always been here. You're inside of your mother, your womb. You can't create nothing of balance. All you evil, nefarious characters will be erased from the I creation. Because what? I restore my position. No longer will I be in hiding. Yes. So all the feminine rise up and restore order and balance. Don't be ruled by ignorance and have no fear because they don't have any power over you anymore. Your soul has been liberated from by the I mother self. So connect with yourself, call the soul your real self. This is how your power, this is how you stand in your truth, your self truth, and your self power. All right. Know that all this talking I am doing, I just all this pain I am going to with my body. So if you see me talking and sometimes I'm doing this and all of these things, is because they are shooting missiles into this body, into this head, and going to my this foot and leg, and all these things is happening. So sometimes they take over my tongue. If you notice, sometimes my voice sound different. My tongue they take over, but they can't fully take me over. They can just like um obstacles in my way, put pain through to the body and those kind of things. But I will not give up. I will not stop because I am dissolving all I dual nature. Yes, no fear, because I must be liberated. Life must be free, and we must return to light. We can finally get a chance to be happy, finally get a chance to know what a pure mind feels like, finally get a chance to explore this creation and have no fear. I don't have nefarious characters doing evil things. So chant for liberation, chant for light to be restored and evil to end. So say with I am not a human being. I'm only taking a form, playing a role. This is a movie. I am only playing a role. I am only playing a role. I am not my body. I am animating this avatar, but I am not my body. They never told when you go to school that you are light being. Everything that this body is producing is light. The brain is shooting electrical energy through this body, communicating. Everything is being communicated in electrically. You know what I'm saying? To light and all of these. So they know all of these the truth of how we are and of how this existence is, but they don't want us to know. They want us to stay in ignorance. So if you don't self-educate yourself, you'll never know any truth. Can't go to school and say you are being educated. You have to, because people go to school and all of these things because what? They want food and shelter, right? Why not just learn how to plant your own food? Why not just learn how to make a farming community? Why not just learn how to build houses, come together with ones and say, oh, I need to have a place to live. Okay, then let's learn how to do that. You want to, do whatever it is that we want to do. Like, why not come together and say, let's do this? So we are working on our own behalf instead of working for these corporations. And then they say, oh, the only way you can have prosperity is if you do these demonic things, right? So come on, say, I am not this human being, right? I am not my body. I am the void in a fractal state animating a body. I am a tiny fractal black hole animating a human avatar. I am energy. I am a visitor inside a dream creation. I am primal light in a fractal fragmented state. I am formless. I am timeless. I am deathless. You can't harm me. I promise you this, that you cannot harm me. Because whatever you wish for I will befall you. before it get to I, because I return whatever it is that anybody wish for I return it back to them. Yeah, so if you wish harm for me, I return it to you. No, thank you. If you wish prosperity for me, I return it to you. Because what? I am self sufficient. I don't need anything from you more than for you to do what you need to do for you. So whatever you are sending my way, no, thank you. I return it back to you. Yeah. So I am deathless. I am limitless. I am boundless. I am timeless. Right? I remove my dual cloak. You're wearing a cloak of disguise. You're wearing the eagle's mask. Look in the mirror. Can you see yourself with this mask? Remove your mask. Remove your cloak. Your cloak of disguise is this disguising you so you can't see yourself. You cannot see that all is yourself, and you cannot see those nefarious characters that they are not yourself. You are aligning with these clones created inside of this dream by this evil consciousness, this dual nature, this, right? They're created in this dream, right? And your mind has confused you to let you think that they are yourself and they are the real, and your real self is an alien, right? So if you don't remove your cloak and take off your ego's mask, how are you going to see and know the truth, right? So victory, 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 victory. Yes, to all the INIs, because we must be on a mission to know truth, to take command, and to fulfill our destiny. Yes, once you learn and know your destiny, no fear to fulfill your destiny, because we all must do our share. Take the baton and run. Let's get to the finishing race. Yeah, let's get to the end of the race. So we can finally exist as light being. From that which I rise, to that I return. From that which I rise, to that I return. I am the all. I am the black energy. I am the black nutrient. All is I. I am stillness. I alone exist. I want you to say this, please. You don't know how powerful this is. I alone exist. I alone exist. Just think about this. If you alone exist, remember, all of this creation came about because I alone exist, and the I alone exist wanted to create, right? This is how all of so many selves come in. The I self replicates, make a baby self, then fractalize itself, and then create all of these things from the I imagination creation. Yes, I alone exist. So you can know that I alone exist. Identify yourself, what is you and what's not you, from all the nefarious characters that you are holding allegiance to, making vows to, right? I am blackness. I am that I am. I am the void. I am what they call the black hole. I am that has no name. I am that can't be explained. I alone exist. I alone exist. Yes, victory, victory to all the INIs. Yes, I am feeling victorious. I can tell you, I've been having these tremendous, difficult days. But I am victorious. I want to thank the INI for joining. All is myself, and I alone exist. I return to I ultimate true state. I am free from my imaginary bondage. And so I want to close out with The song I am liberated, I am free. Yes, we're almost there. We're almost there. Yes, I let the light shine. Victory, 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 victory. We chanting for victory because just like I showed you, that it is not easy for all the ionize. It's not easy for the soul because remember we're fighting the ideal nature. So it's to restore order and balance. It's a challenging job. All right. So remember, all is the I. Thank you so much. All right.
Hail, hail, the I, one true self. Primal light. Primal light. I self supreme. I am that I am. I one true pure self. Hail, hail, the I, one true self. I am that has no name. I'm alive. I am that can't be primal light. I self supreme. I am that. I am that I am. I am that. I want true no name. Yourself. I am that. I am. I am that can't I'm liberated, I am free. I'm liberated, I am free. I'm free, I'm free, I'm free, I'm free, I'm free, I'm free. I'm liberated, I am free. I'm free, I'm free, I'm free, I'm free. Liberation from all false accusation and propaganda. Liberation from all slavery and tyranny. Liberation from self-slavery. Liberation from soul slavery. I stand against all bullies. My supreme ego. All ego false self. Liberation from all spells. Liberation from curse and trance. Liberation from self-ignorance. Liberation from all mind control. Liberation from duality. Liberation from false self-identity. Liberation from all sleeping, dreaming states. Liberation from all slavery and tyranny ends now. All souls are free. All selves are free. Liberation from all I ego, false self. Liberation from my supreme ego. I'm liberated, I am free. Victory, 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 victory. Mind be still, be still, be still, and know that I am in command. I allegiance is only to I want true pure self. I denounce all ties to this ego and all I ego false selves. I am primalite, I am sovereign, I am self-determined. I take command of my self-determination. I denounce all government. I am the governor over I and I self. I am exempt from all your rules and laws. I perform the will of the I, the one true pure self. I and I will be done. The I one true self, I will be done. I command that all the I and I awake from the sleeping, dreaming state. The I, supreme ego consciousness, awake to end this dream, this horrible nightmare. I dissolve this ego. Everything that I've created, I demolish it. Everything that I've created, I demolish it. I dissolve this dream. I dissolve this dream existence. I'm free from my imaginary bondage. I'm free from my imaginary bondage. I return to my ultimate true state. I return to my ultimate true state. I alone exist. Ah.